I'm AgroBlaze96.
And I'm the Woodshed, and welcome to the AgroShed Podcast.
Welcome back, guys. Episode 7, Clash of Clans, coming at you. Last week, we kind of ventured into what you would call my forte with Flesh and Blood, and now we're going to step into the world of Kyle this week. He's got, I think, a couple of games prepared for us, and he's got some cool questions he's going to ask. Kyle, take it away.
Fantastic. So, I only got one game, but the game is designed to make Zack look like a fool. So I hope everybody personally enjoys it.
Shit feels
we're
personal.
Going later, but I want to like he said, right? Clash is my forte, right? It's what I stream. It's what I upload. I have recently hit a new peak of 6,100 and some odd amount of trophies. Ranked top 600 in the world globally at some point.
That's awesome.
Very proud of that. Zack still plays. But essentially when I need him to. But Zack's actually the one who got me into Clash of Clans, what, in 2013?
Bro, what, we were, I think it was 2012, we were sophomores. I remember because I was in 10th grade English.
So it was the end of 2012.
Yeah.
And Zack downloaded it and got us into it. Zack, give us a little bit of your background with Clash. Give us a little bit of, hit us with a little something.
Bro, Clash of Clans has been like a really weird game for me because when it started out, it was just something fun to play, like on my phone, like, you know, when I was bored at school, which, you know, pay attention in school.
All the time.
But anyway, when I was bored at school, I would play Clash of Clans all the time. And then I remember you got into it. My dad got into it. You know, Xander got into it. Like, it was a whole family thing. And we would all play Clash of Clans together. And we were all like a clan. And like, we all did this and did that. You know, this is when like, we really didn't understand the game at all. We were just like throwing dragons at shit because it was all we knew. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Carly. It's still all she does. But anyway.
Electro Dragons. Put some respect on her name.
Exactly.
Electro Dragons.
Exactly. But it, you know, since then, you know, like, it's not that I don't enjoy the game. It's just that, like, I feel like my life is so packed constantly with 1,000 things I'm doing that it's just like I feel like I'm having to force myself to make time for Clash, and it's not always been easy. So I mostly play just during Clan War League at this point. But yeah, that's what I have 2 accounts. I have one that's a Max Town Hall 13 and one that's a Max Town Hall 12, and that's probably how they'll stay forever. Because I don't play enough to care about going any further. So yeah, welcome to Clash with Zack.
Yeah, until Zack goes full time on YouTube, make sure you hit the description below. Check out AgroBlaze's channel. Help him go full time on YouTube so he can get more into Clash. He'll have more free time, and I can sucker him into to go on Town Hall 14 finally. He's been a Max 13 for, by the way, better part of like half a year at least.
I was like, it's been at least 6 months, dude. It's been forever.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
For my background, right, Zack got me into the game. Like I always say, end of 2012, maybe started 2013, something like that.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Naturally, we've come and gone from the game, and I mean, we played forever ago. I mean, like spells cost gold, traps had to be manually reset, right? Yep. Quick, like 1 gem donations weren't a thing.
Never.
You couldn't request specific thing. Co-leader wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
You had to be elder. So like, we made a clan. I was the leader. Zack was an elder, and then we had a handful of like other guys that we picked up randomly. Global chat was still around, right? We've played this forever ago. I think Max Town Hall was Town Hall like 8 or 9 at the time.
Yo, global chat just like shook my brain. There's something that I didn't know was there. I forgot about global chat because you would just go and talk to people and global chat.
That's how you recruited.
I know. What a man! How far we've come.
You know how easy it'd be for me to go on the global chat nowadays at like 6,000 trophies and be like, hey, by the way, I got like 4 open spots for anybody who's a 15 or higher.
I'm sure they'd love that.
Come say hi and let Daddy teach you a couple things. Anyway, you know, that actually got removed because of inappropriate behavior and supposed planning of terrorism attack.
What?
Or something along those lines. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Something along those lines.
Leave it to Clash gamers to plan terrorist attacks.
Yeah, right. That's fantastic. I do want to talk briefly about accomplishments. This is going to be a longer list for me than it will be for Zack, but
that's
Zack,
for sure.
Like he said, he's a Max 13 and a 12, and he has been since 15 was the peak, right? So Zack's not always been a mid-tier Town Hall player.
It's been forever.
Zack was a co-leader in one of his own clans with your dad and them, right?
Yeah, it was like we ran a clan for a while, like me and you did, and like I was playing a lot, like when my dad and them played. You know, this was back when my dad had like the iPad. You know, we all used to gather on the couch and attack together in war and nonsense like that. Like But I mean, yeah, like I don't know. So far as accomplishments go, I'm gonna be honest. Like I've never really climbed that high in trophies. I've never even made it to the gold one, like the Titan or whatever the hell it's
Titan.
called. Yeah, I've never made it to the gold one. I one time, I think the coolest thing that ever happened to me was a few months ago during one of the Clan War leagues. I went perfect, like the whole 7 days. I went perfect across the board, and I was like,
21 for 21.
yeah, and I was like, you know what? Like, this is peak. I'm done.
Mhm.
Like, I think this is it. I'll just uninstall the game from my phone.
It's not a and for reference, right? His wife Carly, she does play Clash of Clans. She's a Town Hall 16.
I was like, bro, she
She
plays more than I
plays
do.
with a lot of her free time, right?
It's crazy.
It's I would have thought it would have been something like your Town Hall 15 or 16 wife hands you the phone and says attack for me still, even though you're 2 or 3 town halls lower.
Dude, I'm telling you, for a while it was. Like when she first started playing, like she learned what dragons were, and she would be like, I just need you to attack for me. And I'd be like, okay. Like she didn't like war. She felt a lot of stress around war. And now like she loves it. Like she plays all the time. She wars all the time. Like she's an animal, dude. She loves Clash of Clans.
Now to be fair, right? The stress from a lot of this came from a particular person that was a big influence in the clans we played at the time.
Yeah, for sure. I think
Um,
she enjoys the game a lot more now.
yeah. I'm gonna take full credit for that. You're welcome, everybody. Um, for my background and accomplishments, right? I run 3 clans, technically 4 if you want to count the esports side. Um, perfect timing, by the way. Esports open qualifiers are opening tomorrow
Oh,
or something like that. As of this is being posted, it might not be tomorrow, it might be a couple days, but it's something like that, right? Open
okay.
qualifiers. Look for the Woodshed ES climbing the bracket and getting their asses beat.
I
That's
love
that's
it.
what I'm looking forward to.
I love it.
Um, I have gone on and off in Clash like everybody else has in the world, right? I've gone through breaks. I picked the game back up when Town Hall 15 come out, and I was
Okay.
a mid-tier Town Hall 14, and I have grinded the game ever since. And up till I don't know, a couple of years ago, Zach, I tried doing YouTube and streaming on Twitch and stuff, and Zach said, "You play Clash of Clans so much, why don't you just stream that?" And I made my own community out of it. We now boast 4 different clans, 3 active, 2.5 active clans. Maybe if you're lucky. Probably 110, 120 members between the 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, we've built a fantastic community. That's got to be my accomplishment. But also like top 600 in the world, 18th ranked USA. I feel like I got a nice long list of accomplishments here.
No, I
But
mean for sure, dude.
but
Absolutely.
I'm beyond the most proud of the community, which is something you've commented on more than once. Um,
Yeah, 100%. I mean, dude, it's awesome because like, it's like I just remember like like when you went through that period where you were deciding what you wanted to stream, like what you wanted your like, game to be, and it was like you get too frustrated with this game or this game's not, entertaining enough or something like that, and so on and so on. And then like we started talking about Clash of Clans, and I would see these random videos of people playing Clash of Clans and like these random recordings that just popped up from the years of me watching it on my YouTube channel. And so
mhm.
I was like, well, dude, you should just try this. And I'm so glad you have, because it's been awesome. Like I love like watching you stream, and like all the different people you get in your chat. You get people from all over the world and all different time zones that are in there talking and like, enjoy the game and like asking you to look at their bases. And it's really cool, because like I feel like your Discord and like the community and like all the people in there, it's really grown a lot. And I've really enjoyed watching that. So it's been awesome. I'm glad that I was able to help you like find your niche, even though I feel
Oh,
like you already found it.
100%. I may have had it, but Zach definitely helped me get into that direction, right? I would not have. Clash was not on my mind, and I was uploading, and Zach said, "Just stream the shit, dude. What are you doing?"
I'm so glad you are
He
though.
goes, "You play better than 90% of the people that ever come up in my feed. Why aren't you just streaming and just beating the dog piss out of people?" Um,
And he's never looked back, folks.
and I haven't since. I look forward to my streams every Tuesday and Wednesday,
That's right.
9:30 Eastern time. But let's talk about it. Something like I said, you've commented. What has surprised you the most about the community we built in Clash of Clans specifically? The 110
Mm.
to 120 members we have. Um, I know we blew up really quickly, right? The clan's
Yep.
less than 2 years old. Level 18. It's got a 2-to-1 war win ratio, more or less.
Sure.
Right.
Um,
About to be in Champions 3, by the way. About to be in like the second highest league or third highest league you can be in.
I think the biggest surprise for me has been the amount of like people from all over the world, honestly. And
Mm.
I know that like I just kind of talked about that, but like I know that, you know, it's easy to think that like, the US is like where all the games are. Like it's just, as a dumb
Right.
American, it's how my brain works. But
Right. We're the center of the universe.
exactly, exactly. But it's so cool to like see all these different people from like, different parts of the world, and they like, speak these different languages. And like, like there's that like language barrier that you run into. And I know it can be difficult sometimes when you're live and like, people like English is like, their third language. But it's a lot of fun and I really enjoy that. I think the like I don't know, like the diversity of the community is probably like my favorite part of it.
Yeah. That's pretty. It is pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially like, I mean, we got guys from the Philippines. We
Hmm.
have guys from straight from India. We have guys from Iraq and Iran that hardly speak any English, and they would translate and learn to try and speak just to hang out with us because they liked us.
Right. And see, that's
Um,
awesome, dude. Like that's what
and
it's all about.
yeah, there's so few games that it feels like have such a pure community, and I'm so happy that Clash of Clans is one of them. Now, occasionally, like when we're in war, we're on a winning streak. People come over trying to talk noise, but that's so few and far between. I am beyond impressed with how Clash has done the community, let alone the one that we have.
Right.
But I am also beyond proud of the people we have in our clan. I
Yeah.
told this to somebody the other day. I said, even if I wanted to leave our clan and I wanted to do something like I wanted to pursue like an esports career or something for some ungodly reason, right? Which
Hmm.
I'm not that good. Um, I said I don't think I could leave our guys. I don't think I physically could.
It's what
Like
happens when you
I
build that
like,
bond
which is
with
why.
people.
Yeah, and that's why we have to do open calls. I have to schlep 4 of you, 5 of you around, and then you get that meme like the Terminator carrying the coffin thumbnail that I had last year's when we did this.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
what's your favorite town hall?
Ooh, man, that's tough. Um, like now, honestly, and this is like a super lame answer, but it's probably 13. Like I
Okay.
love 13 just because like I love like the troop composition. Like I really like everything that you get at 13. Like I feel like you
Hmm.
get just like 12 was a lot of fun, but just above that was like 13. It was like a really good next level. I felt like
Hmm.
so I really enjoyed that. But if I had to like say like out of all of them, like my favorite one has to be 7. It's when you got dragons. Throwback, throwback. When you got dragons, dude, it changes the whole game. It's all we did was spam dragons, dude. I loved it.
That's fair enough. I still do that, like on my town hall 10s and 11s when I'm doing like the let's plays. I still do that sometimes. That's just out of boredom though. I have three that are favorites, and they're going to be favorites for different reasons.
Okay.
9 is my favorite of the low because I think aesthetically it's like one of the best looking. That really dark aesthetic.
Yes.
Walls look fantastic. It's just beautifully done, right?
Hmm.
13 is another one of my favorites because I think aesthetically it looks really good. You start to play with some big boy strategies too, right?
Sure.
You start to get a little taste of Skybird, which I'm a huge fan of, or Hydra for some of you others who know it as that. You get to taste some stuff like that.
Hmm.
Scatter shots, right? Some big defenses, but my favorite has to be Town Hall 15, which
Okay.
is the one that I made that rank 18 USA. So when I made that push, that was probably like my peak. I played for a top 10, top 15 clan in America at the time. Absolutely fantastic group of guys. Shout out to the USA boys. That was their clan name was U.S.A. That
Okay.
was their family. Those guys were fantastic.
Okay.
But because of all the memories I have there and the aesthetic looks great. There's nothing you can't do at Town Hall 15 and make kind of work.
Right.
Town Hall 15. Now that 17 is out, 15 is kind of becoming like 13 was for me.
Okay.
So I'm loving it even more. So I have to say, I feel like I almost have to say 15.
Okay.
Um, now we're gonna go opposite. What's your least favorite Town Hall?
I mean, I don't know that I can like really say that I have a least favorite. I guess
I can.
if I had to pick one, I would say 10. I like
Okay.
10's probably my least favorite. I didn't like the way it looked. Like just from an aesthetic standpoint, the red, like I don't know, it just looked like dog shit to me. I hated it. I
Here's. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say like that was pretty much it. Like I just didn't like the red. I didn't like the way it looked. It was the first time originally, like way back in the day when you had to fight Inferno Towers. That was when you first got introduced to them. I don't know if it still is that
Mhm.
way, but that
Yeah.
was
It
like
is.
that was terrible because like I hated Inferno Towers back in the day. They were
Yeah.
terrible. So yeah, I'm going.
Um,
I'm going with 10.
we are old enough and we've played long enough. We remember when Town Hall 10 come out and their walls were blue,
Yep.
and the rest of the Town Hall was red and black.
Yep.
That's how old we are. Town Hall 10 is actually not a bad shout. My least favorite is going to be 11.
Okay.
And I'm going to piss a lot of people off with that because that
Hit
was
me
when
with
an
it.
update changed, right? We got some new stuff. We got the Eagle. We got the Grand Warden, new hero. Everybody was so excited. That was the one where Clash of Clans took away Town Hall sniping. Was that update? So when you would put your Town Hall outside so you could get trophies, and
Oh, sure.
they made that a storage thing.
Yeah.
And then it still wouldn't give you a shield unless you got like 30 or 40% or something.
Yeah.
That was that update, and I hated that for that sole reason alone. And I have never forgiven Supercell since. Even now at Town Hall 11, I beam through Town Hall 11 as quick as I can. Even though aesthetically it's really nice, E-Dragons are kind of cool.
Right.
Fuck you. I really like Town Hall sniping.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Listen, whatever makes you happy, dude.
And I'm going to get to reiterate that here in a second question. I messed up, and I'm going to ramble about it a second time here in a couple questions.
Here we go.
What were you most surprised about when you came back to Clash? What were you most surprised changed?
How easy it is to attack. Like,
Yeah.
like I think that they made offense a lot easier over, like, like the years. And so like the amount of ease that I had with attacking, to be able to like, like even at 13, like I feel like you can attack up a town hall and have some pretty good success. Be like at 13. So I really like attacking. I think that it's been a massive change because I remember back in the day, attacking was very frustrating. You had to find like very specific niches or entries or things on these bases. Like we used to freaking scheme to get stars in wars. And now I'm getting 2 or 3 most of the time when I attack in war, the once a month I play. So I don't know. Like I think the ease of attacking has been really nice for the game.
We have played for so long that first of all, we remember before Clan War was a thing.
Yep, sure do.
And secondly, we remember when 2-star was as good as it was gonna get.
Yeah.
If you got that town hall with your go wipe and you got your P.E.K.K.A.s in and you filtered them somehow, because my little 15-year-old brain couldn't figure out why they were walking around the base.
My P.E.K.K.A.s just spun in a fucking circle, it felt like.
Fucking lap, right? When you got them in there and you got that 53%, you're like, fuck yeah, man. I'm going.
100%, dude.
Nonsense. I'm honest. What I was surprised by the most when we came back to play was they took away the training cost.
Oh, so I do remember that when they took away training costs. I thought that was cool because like it no longer required me to like think about that kind of stuff. Not that I did a lot, but it was still cool.
Yeah, it was annoying to start training your army and be like, oh, 13 gems to finish because you didn't have enough elixir, and you're like, well, fuck, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
So I think that was my cat just had a.
Yeah, we just saw your cat jump up in the frame. Love it.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We jumped up from behind the couch.
That's the schizophrenic. I love you, Andy.
Shout out cats.
Shout out cats. So yeah, the no training cost was my favorite. I'm glad I came back when I did though, because if I came back and there was no training time, I might be overwhelmed by how big of a difference there was.
I understand.
Although I love the no training time update.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, well, it's an adjustment, right?
For sure.
It's like when you come out of the cryo tube, right, in Family Guy, right, and never mind. There's nothing I can say that's gonna follow that up. It's gonna be
okay. Cool. Moving on.
That's not cut, but those of you who watch Family Guy will know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not cutting that.
Okay, good. What was your favorite update for Clash? Do you have a favorite? Does anything stand out to you?
So I think the thing that I remember pulled me back into the game quite a bit was when they added a Town Hall 11. I know that you just said that's like one of the things you hate the most because that they added a town hall. Like you didn't like it because of what they did. I liked it because they added something. When we played for the longest time, I remember 10 was like the max. Like I know that it wasn't always, but 10 was the max for like it felt like forever. And I remember I got to 9 and then they added 11. And I had stopped playing because I was like, I'm never going to get the max 10. Like, I don't care. Fuck it, whatever. And then, like 11 comes out and you get a new hero and like you get the Eagle Artillery and you get these cool new things. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I remember I got back into the game. So them adding like that next town hall at 11 felt like a really good update to me.
Yeah. I think that's probably pretty fair. Honestly, my favorite update, and this will be really surprising, and maybe it's recency bias, it's the no training time.
Okay, yeah.
First of all, for those of you who don't know, if you don't watch me, you should. Secondly, uh,
If you don't, you should.
check the description down below. YouTube.com/thewoodshed. TAA Woodshed. Um, I have to used to attack a handful of times for my Legends League accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Before I would start streaming, so that way I could get all my Legends League attacks in and have a little bit of farming with everybody. Now I'm done with my Legends League attacks, all 16 of them, in like an hour, and then I'm just sitting there farming and I'm just shooting the shit with everybody.
Yeah.
It's been so nice and honestly, I was so scared of it because even though it was something that like obviously was going to be good for the greater player base, right?
Right.
I was like, damn, man, this is something taken away. How I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Something about me was just like, wow, as a person, change. That's scary, right?
We're
Maybe
all
I
that
should.
way, dude. We're all that way.
But as soon as that hit and I started doing it, I was like, wow, I'm seeing 9 or 10 people online at a time. Consistently, people are constantly farming, sharing replays, friendly challenging.
Yeah.
I think this might have to be one of the best updates they've ever put out.
Okay, that's awesome, dude.
Truthfully, 100% truthfully. This is the one where I told you I can repeat. I'll try and think of something different though. What's your
Okay.
least favorite update?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. Like,
11 update.
I I have so little knowledge of all the updates they've done that like saying my least favorite update is like kind of tough. Like I don't really remember. So okay, I take that back. I lied. They
Oh,
they did an update where the lightning spells would no longer take out air defenses with dragons. Like I'm talking forever and a day ago. And I don't remember what town hall it was, but lightning spells, you could no longer just run like all lightnings to take out the air defenses and get air defenses.
The air defenses.
Yes, and that pissed me off because I knew nothing else but dragons. So not a good reason, but I still hated it.
I remember that because that was when if I remember what he's talking about correctly, that's when they went from lightning spells to more like the zap style that you see like in Clash Royale.
Yes.
Where instead of having the 3 strikes, it would go boom, 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 and it'd do a lot more damage. It went to a 1 spell slot. And I don't know that it went to 1 spell immediately, but it was something like that. But it didn't do as much damage. So so there was always like an air defense that was left.
Yep, you could kill 3 of them after they changed it instead of 4. And God, I hated that shit.
Yeah, or the other way around. If you were lower town, you could only kill 2 instead of 3.
Right, exactly.
Actually, I think I know what it was. I think they actually added an extra air defense at Town Hall 7. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, they might have done something like that. I remember they did something.
Used to be 2, and now it went to 3 not long after that.
I just remember they changed something, and you could no longer get rid of all the air defenses. Now, to be fair, it was probably a good update, but I hated it.
It was a good update, and it's still very, very, very doable. But he was like, "Fuck! Now I got to think. I'm not doing this shit."
It was terrible.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad that you brought up something like that. I love that. My least favorite update, I'm not going to ramble. It's the Town Hall 11 update, but not because of Town Hall 11. Town Hall sniping, I don't think it was bad for the game. Supercell some hoes, and I say that respectfully. I want to shift gears a little bit here. Clash of Clans, people talk about Clash of Clans being a dying game, right? It's a game that's been around for a long time. Its player base stays pretty consistent, but of course, a game like that can't grow forever and exponentially, right?
Sure.
Clash of Clans has very recently nabbed their biggest collab ever. They've done collabs before in the past, right? They did one with chess.com.
Yep.
Had a chess king and a chess queen. Pretty cool skin, I think, but I'm a chess nerd, right? They had a whole board. They've now landed the biggest collab they've ever done. It was WWE.
Oh, really?
Huge collab, right?
I do remember opening the game one time. Like I opened it one day at work, and there was like Cody Rhodes, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why is Cody Rhodes on this?"
So here's the skins. They actually hero skinned them.
Okay.
So the king is Cody Rhodes.
Makes sense.
The queen is Rhea Ripley.
Don't know who that is. Okay.
The Grand Warden is the Undertaker.
Oh, nice.
The Minion Prince is Rey Mysterio.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's kind of weird with he's blue though. It's not apparent it's Rey Mysterio, but it's still pretty cool.
That's fair.
And then the Royal Champion is one of the Belairs. I think it's Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
A wrestler who I didn't personally care that much for. But what's the collab you'd like to see them do? Now that WWE's on the table, there's not a whole lot there are still things that you can't get your hands on, but like that opens the door being like, damn, they're getting that big, they can do something like that.
Man, collab with Clash of Clans that I would like to see. Yeah. You know what I would actually like to see?
What's that?
Dragon Ball. Well, Flesh Mode would be cool, but Dragon Ball, like
Oh,
Dragon
Dragon
Ball Z
Ball.
would be cool. Like, could you imagine? Like, I'm just imagining, like, I don't know, like Goku is the king or something like that, or like,
Yeah.
or Vegeta, like Prince Vegeta, like it all fits. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be really cool.
No, I'm rock hard. I'm here for it.
I'm not cutting that either.
Yeah. You say you are leaving that in?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
How about you?
Oh man. Honestly, I think that Dragon Ball is a phenomenal pull, right?
Okay.
I want to see the collab, and I don't know that they could have skins for everything for it, but I'd love to see a Halo collab.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Because you could do Master Chief and Cortana.
Yep.
Have maybe Sergeant Johnson in there. Have Captain Keyes' daughter. I don't remember what her name is exactly.
The Arbiter.
The Arbiter.
Yes.
Right? I think a Halo collab would be wicked. I don't think they ever would because like 343 and who they are nowadays.
Sure.
They're not as big, right? Like for that type of deal.
Would be cool though.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see any kind collab with the Yankees, y'all. I need to see Aaron Judge swinging a fucking baseball bat.
Nah, I mean that would
on my
be
screen.
That would be wild.
Oh, dude, they could do an MLB update. Have Otani. Have
that would be cool. I really
Aaron
like
Judge
that
on there. That'd be kind of nasty.
Yeah.
They could have the greatest basketball player ever. They could have LeBron James on
I knew it. I knew it.
Just to.
He just had to get it in there. He just had to get it in there.
Had to get it in there. It was a push off, by the way.
My God.
Now we have a little game for you guys. This is where our one game's going to come in. We're going to go into it. We're going to switch gears. I'll explain the game and let's go ahead. Boom. All right, we're back. And so we're going to play a little game. We're going to play Guess That Equipment.
Oh, shit.
So we've got, that's fucking right, buddy. We've got 3 hero equipments listed on here. For those of you on Spotify, I apologize. We're going to tell you the name of it. That's all that Zach knows. He knows the name.
Okay.
So Zach is going to guess based on the name a couple different things, and we're going to give him a point for each one. And he gets dog biscuits based on how many treats he gets.
Hell yeah, bro!
He's going to guess who it's for, what hero the equipment is for.
Okay.
What the equipment does, and is it good or is it bad?
Okay.
Pretty simple. And I will tell you after each one. Actually, you know what? And at the very end, I want you to rate which one of these is best to worst based on what you think.
So I'm gonna pick the hero, whether I think they're good or bad,
and what it does,
and then I'm gonna rate them at the end, best to worst.
Yes. Now I want to point out clearly, I specifically picked these because he does not know what these are.
Okay.
Zack
what the hell?
had stopped playing consistently, probably around the time when they actually added the hero equipment, maybe shortly thereafterwards. And a lot of these are newer equipments or equipments that maybe he wasn't around for the events. They were stuff specifically I knew that he didn't know. So we're doing this to respectfully make fun of AgroBlaze.
I love it, dude. I'm so here for it.
So we're going to go first with the Dark Orb. Zach, who do you think this equipment belongs to?
All right,
I'll walk you through the game. We'll make it easy. Who do you think it belongs to?
This is the Dark Orb. We've got some blue and purple going on, and it looks like a ball here. I'm going to say that this one belongs to the Minion Prince, is going to be my guess. Because I don't know the shit out of this at all, so I'm praying that it's the newest hero that I know nothing about.
You would be right. This actually is the Minion Prince. This is actually one of his 2 default equipments that he comes with.
Okay.
Now,
dude,
what do you think it does?
Oh, fuck. We're done, son. That was it. That was as deep in the tank as we went. The Dark Orb, when you push him and you have it equipped, he throws this orb and he stuns whatever it hits.
You know, he's deceptively close. I don't want to tell you what it does because I will, and I'll let you rank it at the end.
Okay.
So what the Dark Orb does is it takes a orb and throws it in front and has a freeze effect. Okay. So it does not directly freeze everything. It's kind of like it does in Capital Raids, where it slows it down a certain percent to a big area in front of it.
Okay, so it doesn't completely stun it, but I was close.
But it slows it down. I think it's. I'd have to look to see exactly what the percent is.
Okay.
But you are incredibly close.
You know what? I'm like 1.5 of 2 right now, and I'll take that.
No, I'll give you the 2.
Okay, deal.
I'll give you the 2 because you know what? You just said stun. this is like a partial freeze, I'm fine giving that to you.
All right.
Is it good or bad?
It's the default one. It's one of the default ones you said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like there's no middle option. There's no middle okay. Like it's not. It's good, okay, or bad. It's just good or bad, right?
It's good or bad. There's no in between.
It's bad.
It's bad. Okay. He went 2 for 3. This is actually his best equipment, probably.
Damn, I should have guessed that a stun would be pretty good.
Yeah, no, you definitely overthought it. You definitely thought.
I was like, nah, he's reaching in the bag. He's trying to get me right now.
No, this is probably his best. They have
Okay.
a new one they added relatively recently, Noble Iron, but this is probably better. And if you think you're wrong, fucking at me on stream, by the way.
Bro, let's go.
I'll die on that hill.
I love it.
So 2 out of 3. Shit, I'm here for it. Let's go. Next one. Rocket Spear. Zach, what does it do?
Holy shit. The Rocket Spear. What does it do? It shoots.
What does it do? Who's it for? Who's it for?
Rocket Spear?
Don't be looking this shit up.
I'm not, dude. I'm just sitting here looking at the picture. It's the only thing on my monitor. You're on one monitor and it's on the other monitor. The Rocket Spear. I'm going to guess the Warden.
You're wrong. This would be a Royal Champion.
Damn it. Oh, that makes so much sense because she throws the damn spear.
I was afraid that one was going to be too obvious.
Shit!
I'm glad
I'm out. I'm playing myself. I'm out thinking myself tonight.
I'm glad you're out thinking yourself so people don't think it's rigged.
Damn it. All right.
Okay, so what's it do? It's for the Royal Champion. What does it do?
If it's for the Royal Champion, she throws it and it explodes on contact with whatever it hits. And it does like scatter damage.
So he's wrong, but he's not like that's not like super out of the park, right? Like again, we're doing this for shits and giggles, right?
All right. So
what it does is she gets to throw extra spears at a longer range. So she can basically throw up to 10 spears at the max level because this is technically an epic equipment.
Okay.
You can throw up to 10 spears at basically out of range of almost any defense, and they do extra damage.
Okay.
So it's a way to get her to pick apart a handful of defenses.
Damn.
With safety.
That sounds pretty good.
For example, at max level, you have 10 of these extra spears to throw. And a Royal Champion with the new monolith level, she'll destroy a monolith in 4 hits.
Damn.
So this is very strong. It'll destroy an archer tower in 1.
All right, so I already guessed, but like I kind of said what I was thinking. This is good, right? Like I'm assuming this is one of the better ones.
This is very good. This is a very good equipment.
Okay.
For the Royal Champion.
All right, it's okay. We're pulling it back. We're 3 of 6.
So he went 1 for 3 on that one.
We need to go 2 of 3 on the next one to finish positive.
2 of 3, and you know what? Instead of him telling me if he thinks the snake bracelet is good, he's going to then rank He's going to rank these last ones.
All right, so this is called the snake bracelet.
It's called a snake bracelet. This one is brand new. Just come out of the event. I think it was in February because it was the year of the snake. For the Lunar New Year event, which they always do. Who's it for?
King, Queen, Warden, Minion, and the Champion.
Yep.
This is... Oh, man. This is the Queen.
This is the Barbarian King equipment.
Damn it. We got to get daggers on the last 2 boys.
Got to get daggers. Now, I realistically, I brought the other 2 here thinking there was a chance he saw them or he thought about them. And he might have some idea of what they do. There's no fucking way he knows what this one does. And if you do, I'm gonna shit my pants. What does it do, Zach?
All right. So the snake bracelet, when the king has it equipped, since they just did the WWE like thing, he turns into the guy with the snake as a hand, and the king just goes and like attacks everybody. All right, I'm fucking trolling. This gives you extra power when you attack buildings. So when you get like when you hit a building, when the king attacks a building, when you have this activated, it does like wear over time damage as if it was like venom had been hit by it.
That's an interesting idea. You're wrong. What the snake bracelet does is it does 2 main things. Number one, this is also an epic equipment, by the way. So this is one that was only available during the event and will be available in events forward, right?
Okay.
Um, what this does is that when you activate the king's ability, for one, he has a damage reduction. So incoming damage, he takes a little bit less.
Okay.
And he spawns snakes that will go around and attack things for him. The snakes are really squishy, and he spawns a bunch of them. And they do some fair damage if they're left alone.
Yeah, bro. I was never going to guess that. Like,
Yeah, I know you weren't.
Not in a million years.
I wanted to put this one on here. Now, I'm not going to ask him if he thinks this is good or bad. I want you to rate the three, because if I told you the other two were good. I told you one of them was probably one of the best.
All right, I'm going rocket, the ball, this.
Wow, he's spot on.
Yeah.
Now I want there to be known that there is some probably debate between the orb and the rocket sphere. I wouldn't say so. I would say the rocket sphere is better than the dark orb, and the bracelet is dog shit. It's probably the worst equipment in Clash of Clans right now, and it's not even a joke.
Yo, Pausarino, big dog.
No, it's bad. No, it's bad.
All right, then.
And if you argue with me, you could get your, Silver 2 Clan War League ass, out of my face with your Town Hall 10 telling me that it really works. Go ahead.
You know what? I'll take it. Getting those right, getting the order of them right, felt better than getting the snake bracelet. I'll take that. I think that's a dub. I think that's a dub for me.
Snake bracelets. The reason the snake bracelet's so bad is that, for one, I'll explain it briefly. There's one equipment that already does damage reduction. It's called the Giant Gauntlet.
Okay.
And the Giant Gauntlet makes the king bigger. He takes like half damage, basically.
Isn't that like the rage thing he gets, basically?
It's not a rage. It makes him bigger. It paired with the Rage Vial a lot, which is why you think that.
Oh, okay.
But he also did splash damage to an area in front of him. The snake bracelet does the damage reduction, but the snakes, like if you fart too hard, the snakes are gone.
Oh, so they're just like that's why you said they're good if they go unchecked.
Unchecked. That was me trying to give you a little hint.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad for absolutely shafting you because I knew there was no way.
Dude, it's all good. That's the point of this. That's the fun of this.
There was no way that was going to work. That's it as far as this game goes. I thought about tricking him one more time, but I figured we'd only bully him a little bit. So we're going to go back to our normal setup, and then we'll go through some more questions. Let's go ahead and go. All right, so we're back. Thank you to Zack for being such a good sport while we nerd out and make him feel bad because we're bigger nerds in this particular area than he is.
Dude, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was a lot of fun. Now, I feel like I should have got the rocket, to be honest, but it feels like it was on the nose, but like it was cool nonetheless.
I debated just throwing the three worst equipments at you, but you would have recognized too many of them because a lot of them were defaults. So come before equipment's really got to change.
No, that's fair. That makes sense.
So shout out to Zack for being such a good sport. We're gonna go into some good memories, some bad memories with Clash. Zack, anything stand out to you?
That's a tough one. I mean, there's
it can be moments, it can be people.
I mean, there's definitely some bad moments and memories. I hate that we went through that period where Carly didn't enjoy the game. Because seeing how much she loves the game now, I hate that for her.
Damn, she could have been a 17 with Kyle right now.
For sure, yeah. And as far as good memories are concerned, honestly, it's been playing the game, over the years. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good way to you and I have stayed connected through the game over the years, and I've stayed connected with my siblings and my dad and people like that. So it's been fun to have that connection with people over the years.
Yeah, for sure. Good memories, by the way. It has to be people because, like I said, the community is so fantastic. I want to shout out somebody who I've tried to convince to come back and probably never will be able to. Shout out Wild Karma.
Okay.
Absolutely loved Wild. He stopped at Town Hall 11. He got to Town Hall 11 and basically quit playing. Him and his wife, both fantastic people. I still text him every once in a while, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Probably every 8 or 10 months, and I'm like, hey, you coming back? Like, no. And I'm like, damn. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Talk to you next year. Least favorite memories have to have been when co-leader wasn't a thing, and you would go in global chat and you would try and recruit people, would always say, I'll join, but I want Elder.
Oh yeah, dude, I hated that shit. That when people would join, immediately request shit, and then leave.
Yeah,
used to drive me nuts.
Could not stand that. Also, I don't remember this happening to me, but I'd see stories of it where somebody would get elder and then they would kick out everybody because this was before they had a limit on how many kicks you could have, or there was the cooldown.
Dude.
And so an entire clan would be turned upside down, or at least like 10 or 15 guys would get kicked out
By some
because some
random
guy just wanted to be a
jackass.
d-bag.
Yeah.
By just some random jackass.
Yep.
That's a big sad. But you know, there's a lot of good things. There's a lot of things going forward. If you were to change something about Clash, they said give you free reign, we'll let you change one thing. What would it be?
For everybody or for me?
Everybody.
For everybody?
Yeah, you don't get level 105 heroes at Town Hall 13.
If I got to pick one thing, every army comp would only be allowed to have 2 of any one like troop. Yeah, so like you could only have 2 E-Drags in your whole comp.
Carly's gonna hate you when she sees this. You know, that's a strategy. To where you have 2 of everything, basically. It's called Noah's Ark.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's wild.
And the worst part is, if you're not playing on, because they have a thing now for like friendly challenges where like there's called hard mode and then there's normal.
Okay.
Pro players can religiously 3-star whatever Town Hall with Noah's Ark. That's how fucking nasty they are.
That's wild.
It's insane. The pro scene is beyond ridiculous. I love that, by the way. The limited troops. I mean, that's fucking wild, right?
I'm pulling from the bag now. Like we're deep in the tank, bro.
Mine's gonna be a lot more quality of life. I wish there was more way to get ores in the game. Stuff you used to upgrade your equipment.
Okay.
I would love to see. I would love to see more ways to get ores, because I gotta tell you, on my Town Hall 17s, both of them, I got 2 of them now, by the way.
Okay.
On
Ridiculous.
my 17s, I hate that I can't get Starry Oryx unless I'm warring specifically. Like, you can't get it from star bonuses or something like that. Like, there needs to be a way to get more ore. The ore economy is broken.
Okay.
In such a way. And you know, stuff like these little changes, whether it be Noah's Ark or it would inevitably, for some of us at least, help the longevity of the game, right?
Sure.
I think Ores really is. I think Noah's Ark is you wanting to piss off your wife, which I think will be funny.
I can't wait for her to watch this.
But how much longer of a lifespan do you think Clash really has?
I mean,
they keep adjusting pretty well.
I was like, they keep adjusting to like their fan base, their clientele, like whatever you want to call it. You know, they keep adding stuff because, you know, something about phone games is like, you know, if you want to keep like a larger growing, you know, population, you have to continue to add new stuff to the game, which personally is one of the things that keeps me away from it so much, but it's what everyone else loves about it. And I get that.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I think they're doing a good job, and I can see this game still being around and being, you know, relevant, and us talking about it, you know, 5 or 10 years from now.
And that's a pretty nice hope. And honestly, I worried about the lifespan of this game with some of the content creator scene dying down. People who've been around for a long time, like Galadon recently, has minimized his interaction with Clash of Clans.
Okay.
Who's a 1 or 2 million subscriber YouTuber, right? And so like some of these guys are still taking off that are, you know, just over 1 million, like Judo, who does really well, or like One Hive, who does, you know, 400 or 500K. But a lot of the really big names have kind of taken a step back. So I'm not gonna lie, I worried about the lifespan for Clash.
Okay.
But I think seeing the WWE collab gives me some hope that they have a better longevity. And the game won't die because Supercell won't evolve with them. And they've proven. The game will die because people got tired of Clash of Clans. And
because it's run its course.
And eventually, right? And the game 13 years later now is still running. I mean, hats off, right? Like,
oh, for sure. 100%.
I think a lot of people would say they've already run its course. You know, anything beyond is just butter, right? It's just, you know, happy days.
Absolutely.
Beyond that, we're gonna do something slightly different here. I'm gonna confuse Zack, and I'm gonna make him think really hard. What troop do you relate the most to?
Yo, pause. What troop?
You can count heroes. You can count special troops if you want. What are you thinking?
What troop do I relate the most to?
Say it's Larry.
I don't even know what Larry is.
He's a skeleton from The Witch.
No.
It's from a meme that Clash of Clans made forever ago.
Hog Rider.
You do it. You gotta do it.
Hog Rider!
Low key at the very start, that was actually pretty good.
Dude,
Not gonna lie.
I love doing that so much. Hog Rider, because in the commercials, he is just goofy as shit and just being goofy and funny the whole time. And who the hell wouldn't want to ride a pig with a hammer? Like, come the fuck on, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
No, I mean, man, my ex, let me tell you,
What the fuck?
can you say that? I already did.
Oh
You
my
better leave that shit in.
God
You better leave
almighty.
that shit in.
How about you? I don't know where we're going from there, but what about you?
Who do I relate to the most? Man, I'm not gonna lie. I put this question down and I didn't even think twice about it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Uh,
This fucking guy.
man, if I had to pick somebody I related the most to, I tell you what, it is probably shit. I'll say Golem.
Hmm. It's not who
I'm
I would have
big.
picked for you, but
Who would you have picked for me?
oh, the Barbarian King.
The Barb King. Oh, Zach thinks I give main character energy.
The Barb King. Yeah.
The Barb King. That's
Yep.
fair. That's fair. I definitely don't think so. I don't think I'm that cool. I could be convinced to like a thrower or something. Zach gives me wizard energy for sure.
I love the Wizards, honestly. The Wizards
But
fuck,
party
bro.
wizard energy. Party wizard energy. Like those
Hell
special things
yeah.
to do.
Hell yeah.
Party wizard energy right there. That makes the most sense to me. I got two more.
All
You
right,
ready?
hit me.
This one I dig deep, right? Let's make our own hero equipment.
Our own hero equipment.
We're gonna make one equipment. Zach, who is your equipment gonna be for?
The Queen. The
What
Archer.
do you want your equipment
The
to
Archer
do?
Queen is my favorite hero of all.
That's a damn fair one. What is your ability? What's it gonna do?
So like it's one of two things that you could select from, right?
Correct.
All
So
right.
you can pair it. Do you want me to tell you what the other equipment is the Archer Queen has, so you can make a pairing if you want?
I already know what I want. What I want. Her ability, she gets bigger like the king does.
Okay.
And has damage reduction, and she shoots her bow twice as fast.
Okay.
But it has like a less runtime than the other ones. Like if the normal runtimes are 5 seconds for the other ones, it has like a 2-second runtime.
Okay.
Because I think shooting the bow at twice the speed is crazy good.
Zach hasn't heard of the magic mirror, which is not the same thing, but does a similar. The magic mirror actually clones your queen, and so instead of having one, you have either 2 or 3.
Oh, so joke's on me. Supercell was already ahead of me.
Supercell's ahead of you, just in a different way. But I don't hate that idea.
All right, what about
if I
you?
was going to make an equipment, so listen, the Minion Prince is the only one who doesn't have an epic equipment because he's so new. He has 4 equipments, and they're all common equipment.
Okay.
So I want to make something for him. Minion Prince. So he has a henchman puppet. He summons little buff kind of minions with him.
Okay.
The Dark Orb's pretty cool. The Dark Orb's too good, so it kind of has to pair with the Dark Orb. What I want is a. You know what? Let's make it really easy. Instead of the henchman puppet, I want a super minion puppet.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And what I want, instead of it spawning the henchman, I want it to spawn 2 to 4 super minions around him when he hits it.
Okay.
And boom, he just has super minions to help him, which are 12 housing space. 4 super minions would be pretty cool. I think you might have to play with the numbers, right, just to see how that works. But it'd be some nice extra damage in the middle of a base. Probably way too strong, and I don't even care.
It'd be really cool.
I think it'd be pretty cool. He deserves some epic equipment that's kind of us. He doesn't have any.
Hell yeah, I love it, dude.
One more. You ready?
Hit me.
Hot take.
Hot take?
Hot takes. This is the end.
My hot take, and then maybe this isn't a hot take, but the Archer Queen is the best hero.
You know, that probably is a little bit of a hot take, but it's not one that doesn't have any legs on.
Sure.
You know? Um, that's not a bad one. It just depends on how you use her. The way I use her, she's not. But
I just love the
my
queen. She's
strategy is
broken, invisible, and damage.
my strategy I attack with is called a Royal Champion Dive. Though I advocate 14 spell slots, which is all of them, for my Royal Champion in my attack.
That's interesting.
And 11 of them, no, 12 of them are invisibility spells. She literally walks into the base and just starts killing shit. She dies, I revive her, and she goes back.
That's stupid.
It's pretty nasty. It's pretty nice.
Okay, so how about you?
Now
What's your hot take about Clash of Clans?
hot take, man. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. Ugh. Now, and I'm trying to pick one. Is the issue?
Okay.
I'm gonna look dead into the camera for this, and I mean this respectfully
No, I
to
don't.
anybody who plays Clash of Clans.
No, I don't.
You're not as good as you think you are. You're not. All these people coming into my stream who are Town Hall 15s and 16s asking me why I'm not using the haste vial and the Spirit Fox for my fucking Royal Champion. I don't want to hear it. You're a Town Hall 15. You don't know what you're talking about.
This might be my favorite hot take we've ever had.
Why? Because I'm just calling out people who are playing Clash.
100%. Fight us in the comments. Comment on the video. Fight us. I'll answer.
A lot of people don't have self-awareness about how good they really are in Clash. And some people, I've met a couple people who are really just, you know what? Fuck it. This guy's my level or better. I tip my hat. I'll try what he's saying, even if it doesn't work for me, right? Because everybody's brain works differently, right?
Sure, for sure.
But I've met so many people who just think, man, this makes sense. Let's have a high-level player try it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell them, that doesn't make sense. Why doesn't that make sense? Because I can't keep both the Spirit Fox and the Royal Champion alive. One lags behind the other. Timing's not perfect. And I'm old. You're not as good at Clash as you think you are. That goes for me, too. Not as good as I think I am. But I'm better than you.
I actually think I am as good as I think I am.
You probably are.
Joke's on you. Joke's on you, big fella. Joke's on you. Oh man.
I still love you guys though. But that is all for episode 7. Zach, do you have anything you want to add for us before we
No, I love it, dude. This game was a blast. I'm still disappointed that I fucked up the rocket thing, but you know, we live and we learn.
Well, that's okay. I appreciate you for humoring us with the game. Thank you guys for your continued support as always. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what other topics you guys want to see us do in the comment section below. Next week, Fallout. We're doing Fallout 3, 4, and New Vegas.
Yes.
That's going to be hell of exciting. Make sure you guys let us know in the comments below what other you guys you want to see us, and let us know whose toast spread is better. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.